Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Right About Wrestling podcast, where we are right about wrestling. First off, I would like to change this show into a solemn mood for a moment, because over the past weekend, we lost a great celebrity, knew by all, and when I heard about his death, it just really shook me up. I saw everybody posting about it on Instagram, and I'd just like to take a second and mourn his loss, and that man is none other than Darryl the Cat. Well, I had an argument with one of our friends, David, about which Takahashi had Darryl the Cat. Now, I've watched New Japan longer than this person, but this certain person thinks I can't tell the difference. But I specifically remember seeing Yujiro Takahashi with Darryl the Cat. Kadeem, would you like to weigh in on this matter?
I honestly have no idea because I haven't been watching New Japan like that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, apparently the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiromu Takahashi had Darryl the Cat, but I always thought it was Yujiro Takahashi, and this and also when I saw Fale rip apart Darryl the Cat, I was excited because I thought the Bullet Club was going to split, or we were either going to have a Yujiro Takahashi versus Bad Luck Fale match with the stipulation of the loser leaves Bullet Club. Huh?
Is that, you said Bad Luck Fale?
But Bad Luck Fale.
Okay, that's, I know him now, yeah. I see him.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a Bullet Club member versus Bullet Club member, and whoever loses leaves, but now I guess I'm wrong or whatever. But, oh well. Speaking of the G1 Climax, who do you think, with your limited knowledge of New Japan, well, you actually started watching it, but still, with your limited knowledge of New Japan, who do you think will win the G1 Climax this year?
Well, I got 4 picks right now.
Oh, so do I.
I got Kota Ibushi,
Hiroshi Tanahashi, Japanese John Cena.
Naito or Okada.
Okay, well, excuse me, apparently the Okada versus Omega match is not going to be an IWGP Heavyweight title match, which I thought it was going to be because it made sense. So since Okada is definitely keeping the title past the G1 Climax, I do not think he'll win, but even though he has 4 points right now. And the only people in the B block with 4 points is Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega. So I think Kenny Omega will win the B block, and Kota Ibushi will win the A block, leading to Ibushi versus Omega at Wrestle King. Omega versus Okada 4 at Wrestle Kingdom, which I think that's what they're going to do, sadly. But I'd rather have Naito win the A block and someone like Okada or Omega winning the B block, and then having Naito versus Omega or Naito versus Okada, and then having Naito go to Wrestle Kingdom and win the IWGP Heavyweight title, because I think that'd be best, because I really love Naito right now. As long as it isn't Tanahashi, I'll be fine, because I'm tired of Tanahashi winning so many G1 climaxes. I would really love to see Ishii come from behind and win it. Like, Ishii, I wouldn't be mad with Goto or Fale or Ibushi winning the A block, and I wouldn't be mad with Ibushi winning the whole G1. And then maybe Kenny Omega getting the title from Omega, and then Ibushi versus Omega at Wrestle Kingdom. But maybe that's asking too much since, you know, they're not like the top dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that's asking too much.
Yeah. I just really love to see Ibushi win the title, though. I think that'd be cool. Because he was so great in the junior division with Prince Devitt and Kenny Omega. I think he was just so great. Anyway. Two Japanese wrestlers that have made the switch from Japan to WWE are Hideo Itami and Shinsuke Nakamura. These two men had great NXT careers. Well, I shouldn't say great for Hideo, but Shinsuke Nakamura had a great NXT career. Hideo had a pretty good NXT run up until the time he got injured. And it seems like WWE's kind of mishandling Shinsuke Nakamura, because whenever I see him, I'm just not excited. Now, granted, I never really got the whole thing about Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT, but I still understood that he was great. Like, I wasn't excited, and I didn't really care for his personality, but once he got in the ring, I was excited.
And he can put on a great match. It's just that they're not getting his character well. They're dubbing him to be artist.
Mm-hmm. And everyone knows who he is because they always cheer for him and they always sing his song. But
I don't think they need to redub him. He's already established. He's the King of Strong style, not the artist.
Yeah, I don't really get it, cause, you know, were you excited when Shinsuke was gonna face Dolph Ziggler at Backlash? Like,
not at all.
Not at all. And yet, when he got in the ring, it was like, okay, this match can be good. And then after the match, it seemed like the whole aura around Shinsuke Nakamura that was still hanging on was just shattered.
Yeah.
And like his next pay-per-view match, the Money in the Bank match, like it's like the Money in the Bank match. Shinsuke should not take part in multi-man matches this early in his career. It should be singles matches that are highly advertised. Like look at this match at Backlash. Even though it sucked and it was a match to open, he was still on the poster by himself. And whenever Backlash was advertised at like Payback or on Raw or on SmackDown, they didn't really focus on Jinder Mahal, and good reason for it, because Jinder Mahal sucks. But they would always advertise...
I disagree with that, but okay.
Okay, well, anyway. They wouldn't advertise Jinder Mahal, they'd advertise Shinsuke Nakamura's debut match. So they know how much gold this guy can give them.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much money and how much eyes this guy can give them. And it seems like they're trying, but they're just not doing it right. Is it just because, like, there's certain people who just belong in NXT, and, like, their whole, like, Enzo and Cass, their whole gimmick in NXT, besides being from Long Island, is that just wait till these guys get to the main roster. Just wait, they're gonna do so well on the main roster. That was the whole thing around them. Like, there was nothing special about Enzo and Cass, except they were different, and they just wanted to see them on the main roster. And after they were on the main roster for a couple of months, no one cared about them. Like, they'd still chant soft and spell it out and do the whole shtick, but as far as match goes, they'd never get really cheered. So I think there's just people that belong in NXT and are meant to stay in NXT, because, you know, they're not really looking forward to anything. Once you debut on the main roster, after years of people saying, hey, these guys, I just can't wait to see them on the main roster. You know, so
I honestly don't say that about any of the NXT people. I just on that brand. Like it should just be his own brand.
Yeah. So like, do you remember when NXT was doing shows in the CFE arena and it was like 10,000 people?
Yep.
like, if they did that, like, if they just, I understand they have contracts in Full Sail, but if they just stayed in the CFE arena and, like, I don't know, found a way to put them on television somehow, I think NXT could be just as big as Raw or SmackDown. So people could stay in NXT without having to go to the main roster. And they can still get exposed and still make more money on TV. You know? And Hideo Itami, like, he missed, I feel bad for him because of his injury and and it healed wrong, so he had to go back into surgery again. He was like one of the original NXT 5 before the golden era. Like, it was Kevin Owens, him, Sami Zayn, Neville, and Finn Balor. That was like the NXT golden era. And he missed out on the entire NXT golden era.
Yeah, true.
And now no one cares about him. Like, they gave him his little... I feel like they just gave him his NXT match just to say, hey, thanks for all your hard work, here's an NXT title match. And that was it. Like, maybe it's just because I don't watch NXT, and I know I should, but, like, what is he even doing? Like, let me look up NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Like, do you watch NXT?
Not anymore. Not like I used to.
Not anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, when
when
Shinsuke was the champ, it went downhill fast.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say that, when Samoa Joe was champ, more of that. Like, once Finn Balor was done, it kind of just went downhill.
I mean, Shinsuke was okay as champ, but not too bad.
I think...
It's just that, like, he needed to develop his character more before he won the championship. He needs to not develop, but, establish it more in that environment. So he's, just came from Japan and over here.
Yeah. Well, I think that losing the title to Samoa Joe and then winning it back on two pre-taped episodes, or like having 2 more NXT title matches against Samoa Joe at pre-taped matches really hurt him. I think if he would have held it through and never lost to Samoa Joe, I think it would have been good for him.
Yeah.
Because there was no point in Samoa Joe winning it back. Like, it just seems stupid.
True. They just didn't have anything planned for Samoa Joe at the time, to bring him up to the main roster.
Yeah, and now, with Shinsuke Nakamura, I thought he was going to have U.S. title match, but then Kevin Owens won, so it'll probably be Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles again at SummerSlam after that awful Battleground match. And now that John Cena might still be going with Rusev, and Khali facing off against Orton, what is Shinsuke going to do? Is he just going to beat Mr. Money in the Bank again?
I mean, their feud isn't over yet. It hasn't met its climax.
I guess. Anyway, speaking of title matches, who would your NXT champions be? Starting off the NXT Tag Team Champions. I think that no matter how bad AOP is, I think that the NXT Tag Division is so bad right now, since TM61 is out with an injury. I think they should be the champ, but now with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in NXT, I think to not get overshadowed by all the great indie talent that's in the NXT title picture, I think if they stay as a tag team, they can beat the Authors of Pain. Because they've both proved...
You the Authors of Pain?
Yeah, I think they could beat the Authors of Pain. So I would have the Authors of Pain right now, but at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn or NXT TakeOver Toronto, preferably not Toronto. Whatever is, I think it's Houston because I think Survivor Series is in Houston. So NXT Takeover Houston.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, NXT Takeover Houston. Well, I think that would be best. So you could build them as a tag team. So who would you have as your NXT Tag Team Champions?
TM6.
TM61? Alright. Who would you have as your NXT Women's Champ?
Honestly, I don't see any point in taking the belt off of her, so Asuka.
Asuka.
There's, like, really no one else I could see taking that right now.
I would have Asuka, but as far as beating her, I would have either had that one new chick, I can't remember the name of, the new Japanese chick they signed, have dethroned her, or Candice LeRae.
Young Classic.
Yeah, I think either that new Japanese chick should have won, or Candice LeRae, because I think Candice LeRae could have beat Asuka, and I think that would have been great. Who would you have as your NXT?
I think they were planning on having Ember Moon take it from her, but
they're facing each other at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3.
Yeah.
So Asuka will still probably win. Will Asuka just go to the main roster after SummerSlam and pull a Paige thing, like just beat Naomi the night after, and then like relinquish the Divas title or the NXT Women's title?
It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Like, speaking of beating Naomi, like, first of all, why isn't Naomi defending her title? She didn't defend it at Backlash. She defended it on like some random TV episode, like against Charlotte, and that ended in a no contest. And then she kinda defended it at Money in the Bank, but originally she wasn't even supposed to defend it. Like they just did it after the fact, since people loved Lana so much.
Oh yeah.
Like, so if the plan would have been set,
she get 3 title shots.
yeah, she's gotten 3. That's pitiful. Anyway, like, so Naomi didn't defend at Backlash, wasn't supposed to defend at Money in the Bank, but did anyway, thank God. And then she didn't defend at Battleground. Like, her SmackDown Live Women's Championship reigns have been awful. Like, she beat Alexa Bliss, who everyone loves, and then she had to just give up the title, and then won it back in like 5 minutes at some dumb WrestleMania match, and they took up too much time. Like, what did they take up, 10 minutes? They could have gave that 10 minutes to anyone else on the card who actually deserved that time. I'm still mad about that.
So, wait, hold on, I wasn't paying attention. What happened now?
Huh?
I wasn't paying attention.
I was just ranting about Naomi never defending her title, being an awful champion. And why do people cheer for her? She's so bad.
Well, because, like, at the time, you know, they wanted to see her as champion because she's been on the, like, she's not that bad. Like, back when, was it Sasha? I think it was Sasha's women's, or Divas, or, no, women's, not Divas, what the heck, women's champion, what should I call it? They wanted to see her be,
Divas champion?
Yeah, they wanted to see her as champion then, but she got injured, and Naomi got injured, and they finally did that on SmackDown. And her reign, I guess you could say, is lackluster.
Yeah. I didn't like it. Yeah, it's just really bad. How do you change? Okay, anyway, so yeah, who would you have your NXT champion be? For me, it'd be Roderick Strong, because Bobby Roode just needs to go to the main roster, and you know, I'd really like to see Roddy Strong as an NXT champion because he was so good in PWG. And
I would have heel Hideo Itami as champion.
oh my gosh.
I feel like he could if it's booked right, he could pull almost a Neville.
Almost a Neville. That'd be great. Who would you have as your SD Live Tag Team Champions?
My what?
Your SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions.
Brazongo.
Me too! Yay! The only team that deserves a tag team championship right now.
Yeah.
Like, they just totally passed him up. Oh, I'd love to see Brizonga as the tag team champions.
Even though I think both people in that tag team deserve single titles. I don't know if you're same thoughts about Fandango, but I actually thought he deserved something because he never did get that IC title shot when he was injured that one time, and he was so over.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. Who would you have as your Raw Tag Team Champions?
I know you don't like them, but the Revival.
Currently I'd have Hardys, but I would have the Revival beat them at SummerSlam. And have this, like, fall angle, like autumn angle, whatever, fall, autumn, however you say it, of Broken Hardys.
I honestly think a rivalry with the Revival could reintroduce the club.
Reintroduce the club. I think the club just need to go to SmackDown with AJ. At this point.
They should go to SmackDown with AJ. What about Finn, the Balor Club?
They're not gonna do anything with that, and it's a shame.
I know they didn't do anything with that.
Like, it's just
honestly, they should put Finn and AJ Styles on the same roster, and then start their club up again, and then someone bring up where they get jealous, like, who is the leader?
Yeah, I think that'd be great, but WWE's too stupid to do that, so.
Yeah.
You know what he did last night? He predicted 60 out.
I just really wish that they would just do something with Finn and the club. Because right now they're both hurting for something to do. I don't know, maybe during the no DQ match on Raw tonight, because we're filming this before Raw even happens, because who cares about Raw anymore.
You're gonna love who I have as my WWE champion.
Ooh. Who would you have as your Raw Tag Team Champions? We just said that. I'm sorry. I said Hardy Boys and the Revival. Who would you have as your Who would you have as your SmackDown Live Women's Champion?
That's a tough one.
I have Charlotte Flair, cause
Charlotte.
Yeah, cause Naomi should be nowhere near that title. Who would you have as your Raw Women's Champ?
My Raw Women's Champ?
Emma. I like Emma, but I'd rather have Alexa Bliss win it and then have, like, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax at SummerSlam.
I just want to see someone new, that's all. Like, that's why I said Emma. Other than they're using Sasha, Alexa, Nia, like, I feel like those are the only three that have been in the... and Bayley. Well, they're starting to use Bayley less now. That's a good thing.
It's a shame what they're doing to Bailey. Yeah, but I would also put her in the category of Enzo and Cass and Shinsuke Nakamura, where their whole aura around them was wait till they get to the main roster, wait till they get to the main roster. And now they're on the main roster. Well, what's next? Not a whole lot.
That's happened to a lot of, I was just saying, like, a lot of lower, like, wrestlers, like, they try to build them up, and then when they get to the main roster, they just go downhill from there.
Yeah. Most that's probably Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon's fault.
I just wanna put this out there. Like, I was reading this. You know Mark Henry's Hall of Pain?
Yeah.
You know that was originally for Brodus Clay. That was his idea. He had that for himself.
No. 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 Why, cruel world?
What?
No, Brodus. No.
What do you mean, no, Brodus? I mean, that's like what he had for himself before he did the stupid Funkasaurus. Yeah. But let's continue, man.
Alright. Who I would have Jinder Mahal as my United States champion. Because I'm not mad at Jinder Mahal being champion. I'm just mad at Jinder Mahal having no build at all and then winning the WWE Championship out of nowhere. Like, I would love Jinder Mahal if he had
the saying in WWE, anything can happen at any time.
Oh, it's disgusting. Anyway, who would you have as your United States champion?
Let's see here. Hold on. I got it on a piece of paper. Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger. I love that. Why can't they just have the European Championship and give it to Ty? Like, here you go, Ty. Have fun.
Because that would be too many titles and, not enough time for each one to, unless they did, like, NXT, like they have a rotation, and there's not the same people every show. That's the only reason why NXT is really successful. They have a rotation. Like, it's not the same people every night.
Yeah. Should WWE just be 1 hour?
Oh, yes.
1 hour for Raw and SmackDown. That's all I get. That'd be funny to see. I'd love to see that. Alright. Who should be the Intercontinental Champion?
Intercontinental Champion? I'm trying to... Oh, The Miz. Of course.
I say...
I would take that off of him, to be honest. He's rebuilt it.
Yeah, he's rebuilt it so much. But I would take what he's built and expand upon it and make Jeff Hardy my Intercontinental Champion.
I honestly would have Miz feud with the Glorious One.
Yeah.
He would make the title glorious.
I'd love to see Bobby Roode with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Alright. I would have AJ Styles as my WWE champion.
Oh, you're gonna love this. My WWE champion is none other. And I know if anybody watching this hears thinks I like this guy, I do not like him. I just think it would be best for business that you have someone that everyone hates as your WWE champion.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm already mad.
Roman Reigns.
No! I thought you were gonna say Triple H! Oh, that's so much worse!
Wait, did you think I was gonna say something else?
I thought you were gonna say Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, I said Roman Reigns.
I thought you were gonna say Triple H.
No, not Triple H. Triple H, he's had his time. He's past his time.
I would have Finn Balor as my Universal Champion, and I would have Roman Reigns the champion of my unemployment line.
You would have who?
I would have Finn Balor as my Universal Champion, and then I would have him go up against Seth Rollins for a little bit, and then I'd have him go up against the broken Matt Hardy for a little bit, and then I'd have him just lose it to Braun Strowman. So I'd have Finn Balor right now, and then eventually just lose it to Braun Strowman in like December. Who would you have as your Universal Champion?
Honestly, that's a tough one. I would either have, out of these three people, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, or Neville.
Neville as your Universal Champion?
Yes.
Whoa. That's some high praise. I would love to see it.
He could be king of the universe.
King of the universe. Oh my gosh.
What?
King of the universe. That'd be great.
Yes.
Speaking of Finn Balor, who in a perfect world for me would be my Universal Champion, what is next for him? As I mentioned before, it seems like he's doing nothing. Seems like he's getting awful friendly with the Hardys for some reason. But other than that...
I don't understand that. I guess it's only because they're both wearing, like, they both wear face paint. Jeff and Finn. Oh, you're cool with us because you wear face paint. Like, you know, come with us.
Come with us, kid. We'll make you famous.
We'll turn you into Broken Balor.
Bro! Yes! I'd love to see that. Broken Balor.
That would actually be good. Broken Balor. I could just see the face paint now. It's like all messed up. Like, it like it has like a melting effect on him.
Yes. I would love to see that.
And oh yeah, speaking of Finn, do you know why he doesn't use his body
his body paint anymore? I think they're saving it for something special. Cause has he even been on a pay-per-view yet? Like.
No, he hasn't used it on the last pay-per-view or the other.
Well, he wasn't at Payback. He was in a multi-man match at Extreme Rules. I don't know if he did anything at Great Balls of Fire, and they're probably just saving it for a title match.
No.
Either that or Vince just doesn't like it, so he scrapped it. Which, I don't know, maybe happened. Who knows what happens there anymore.
I mean, that's what kind of got him over.
Yeah, made him different. What's next for Seth Rollins? Because he's doing absolutely nothing of value, and he jobbed out to Bray Wyatt.
I just think he needs to be in the title picture again.
I think so too. I think they're gonna slap the IC title on him.
Either the Universal or the IC IC title.
The IC title, because he hasn't deserved the Universal Championship yet. He should have won it back in October at Hell in a Cell and then lost it in December or in November. And then just to give him something. And then, or lost it in January to Roman or whatever. And then have Braun win it in February. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what they're doing with Seth. Like, I don't understand why they have him just beat Kurt Hawkins 2 weeks in a row and then lose to Bray Wyatt, and then now he's going after the IC title.
Honestly, I gotta ask, do you think they just brought Kurt Hawkins back to just have him job out? Or do you think they're gonna plan something for him like they did, like, Heath Slater?
No, I think Heath Slater just happened accidentally, and then, you know, I don't think they're going to do anything with Kurt Hawkins. Like, I don't understand how Kurt Hawkins didn't win.
Heath Slater got his push from that one interview with Michael Cole.
Yeah, Heath Slater's great. I love Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio.
Oh yeah, Alberto Del Rio flopped big.
Yeah. He is currently the GFW champion after returning to Impact Wrestling, and beating, I shouldn't say Bobby Lashley, it's just Lashley now, because I guess Bobby Lashley is copyrighted by WWE, but that match was never aired, so he had kind of like a Rockers title run, where the Rockers won, but it never aired.
Oh. Like the match never aired?
Yeah, but he won it at Slammiversary, Alberto Del Rio, but all he ever seems to do on TNA after it goes off the air is talk about WWE and say how much he hates WWE, so right now Alberto, I guess El Patron now, he is suspended for hitting his girlfriend, even though his girlfriend hit him, so I don't really get that. So, Paige is gonna get fired, I think.
At the time of what was going on. So.
Yeah, I think everyone thought Alberto did it, but then Paige did it, I guess, and then now Paige is gonna be fired and arrested, I guess. So, I don't know. But anyway, should the champion of TNA, or GFW, whatever you want to call it, should he lose the title back to Lashley, since all he ever does is talk about fighting old WWE guys, and all he ever talks about on the promos is WWE?
Yes, I think he should lose it back to Lashley. I don't think Lashley should have lost it to him in the first place.
Yeah, should Alberto just go back to Mexico, since no one in the United States cares about him? Because apparently he comes from this great Mexican family of wrestlers, so should he just go back to Mexico where everyone actually cares about him?
I guess.
Like, maybe go back to AAA or CMLL, or I think he started some indie company, and then I think he left, so maybe just go back to that.
He was trying to get over in Lucha Underground before he came back to WWE.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to take him back in Lucha Underground, because I think after Season 3's done, Lucha Underground's going to die, because apparently everyone hates it there. Because Ricochet's leaving, all the top stars are leaving Lucha Underground, going back to AAA, and then expanding into CZW and PWG. So Lucha Underground's probably going to die, which sucks, because it has great matches. I don't think anyone watches Lucha Underground for the story element, but it has great matches. You could just watch it on mute, like I tend to do, and just appreciate the match. Let's get into the final segment, and it is our Battleground review. I watched the last third of the show, so I don't really have a whole lot of notes until then. Let's start with the pre-show. Why won't WWE push Ty Dillinger?
Because they're doing the same thing with Sammy with him.
sad. Like I feel like Donald Trump whenever I think of him, because all I do is just say sad.
But what should we call it? I mean, Aiden English, they like, he's not bad. He's just okay. He's just okay.
I think saying he's okay is still going a little far. I mean, I love Aiden English, but like, I don't love him as much to beat the top star.
Honestly, I didn't watch many of the matches. I just, like, saw the outcomes.
Yeah.
The only two matches I watched were Sammy and the main event. But you can continue.
Yeah. I feel like they're doing the same thing with Ty Dillinger that they did in NXT, where Ty Dillinger lost to Andre Almas, who no one cared about, because he was one of the worst Intercontinental Champions in New Japan history. Actually, I shouldn't say one of the worst. He was the worst. Only rivaled by MVP and Masahiro Chono. Actually, Masahiro Chono wasn't that bad. Excuse me. And they killed Ty Dillinger at the height of his popularity, and now they're going to kill him again, and he's so over, he cannot even appear on a show, and people still chant 10, 10, 10, 10, and whenever the referee does his little count-out thing. Because he's just that over, and I guess Vince McMahon and Triple H are deaf when it comes to Ty Dillinger. And he first got his developmental deal 11 years ago, so it's sad. New Day won, who cares? What do you think? Does anyone care?
Honestly, not really. I didn't really care, but most people said that was match of the night.
Match of the night. It was a crap sandwich with a little less crap than everything else.
I mean, it was like, I saw some clips. It was alright. Like, Xavier got the win, so.
Nakamura beats Mr. Money in the Bank. Are they just repeating?
By disqualification.
By disqualification. I did not know that. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Why would they have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Mr. Money in the Bank? Because you can't have Mr. Money in the Bank lose, or you shouldn't, and you shouldn't have Shinsuke Nakamura lose. So I feel like it's just, it would be a great, I'm sure it's a great match, but with everything else at Battleground, it kind of got eclipsed by the horribleness. And, you know, I think they're just going to repeat with Baron Corbin what they did with Sheamus and Damien Sandow. Because all Damien Sandow did was lose, and all Sheamus did was lose. So I think it goes.
I will be right back.
Okay. Well, it goes back to Vince McMahon always saying that the Mr. Money in the Bank doesn't have to win because he has the briefcase, so he'll be okay. And then he's confused why Mr. Money in the Bank's never cheered, because he lost a bunch of times, but Mr. McMahon doesn't realize that, so he says, oh, well, they didn't get over, so the crowd must not like them, so let's keep featuring them, but he'll lose, but, you know, they're not cheering him, so we have to keep featuring him on TV, but it's okay if he loses, since he has Mr. Money in the Bank briefcase, which is dumb, and that is why I hate 50-50 booking, and that is why I've grown to hate the WWE main roster. And this is 2 horrid SmackDown pay-per-views in a row. Backlash was pretty bad, but wasn't horrid. So at least Breezango's getting pay-per-view spots, even though it's on Fashion X-Files and Fashion Vice, Miami Vice, whatever. What else? else happened? We already talked about Naomi not defending her title. I think it's abysmal. Now it's gonna be Naomi versus Natalya at SummerSlam. Why? Why is Natalya winning? You have Charlotte Flair in that match, and you have Becky Lynch in this match. Like, even Tamina Snuka's more over than Natalya right now. Natalya is the worst actress/actor in the WWE today. I'd rather see Eva Marie versus Naomi at SummerSlam. Like, Natalya's just horrible. Her heel gimmick's horrible. Like, she'd probably get more over if she starts farting again. KO won back his U.S. title. Who cares? I thought it was going to be Styles versus Nakamura at SummerSlam, which I was hyped for, but it was over the U.S. title, so it made it a little less magical. So maybe KO versus Styles again. Maybe KO versus Nakamura. I guess Nakamura and Corbin aren't done. So KO and Styles at SummerSlam. I thought their Backlash match was pretty good. I didn't see anything special in the Money in the Bank match. And this match was a hot pile of garbage. This is where I started watching. Cena beat Rusev with the worst possible use of a double table spot. He had the height advantage on the tables, so he could have definitely put Rusev through the double tables if he would have stacked them, but instead he just put them side by side and put them through, and I don't understand why he just didn't use one table. Because it was just like one big table instead of stacking them, which I thought was dumb. Cena wins. I'm glad Cena won because if it's a flag match. I'm not glad Cena won. I'm glad the U.S. flag was raised at the end because I don't think it should have been anything different because we're in America, not Bulgaria. Who attacked Breezango? Hopefully Adam Cole, the one bright spot this entire pay-per-view. Hopefully it is Adam Cole. Our friend I talked about with the cat argument earlier said it might be Eric Rowan, and I thought maybe he's right because the lights turned out automatically. Either that or Adam Cole.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, hello. I was talking about Adam Cole possibly attacking Breezango. Our friend who was in the Takahashi Darryl the Cat fight, argument, said it might be Eric Rowan, and I thought maybe he's right because the lights turned out, and that was kind of the Wyatt family's thing, or maybe it was just Adam Cole because Cole knows how to use a light switch. Handicap match at the September pay-per-view for SmackDown Live. Who do you think attacked Breezango?
Who do I think what?
Who do you think attacked Breezango?
What other tag teams are there on SmackDown right now?
It's not the Ascension. It might be, but that'd be dumb. It might be the Ascension. It might be Shining
I don't
Stars.
think it's Ascension.
What about the Shining Stars?
No.
What about Eric Rowan? Maybe a handicap match? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, wait, what? A handicap match?
Hopefully, at the September pay-per-view for SmackDown Live, Breezango versus Eric Rowan, or Breezango versus Adam Cole.
Huh.
I'd love to see
I
that.
think Eric Rowan, yeah. Breezango versus Eric Rowan, that actually would be okay. Like, could I give him something to do?
Mike Bennett, his pay-per-view debut match. His real debut match for WWE, he beat Sami Zayn, and now Sami Zayn beat him in the most anticlimactic finish I've ever seen, and I claim it is a 0-star match. It does not deserve a -star match.
What? Sami Zayn versus Mike Bennett?
Was 0 stars for me. It was so boring.
I give it 2.5.
2.5. Wow. Okay.
Because I was feeling the power of love. I'm sorry.
You were feeling the power of love. I was too, and now love is dead, and so is SmackDown Live.
You don't like, what did you not like about the match? Like,
What did who?
If you watched.
I
What
didn't
did you
really
not
talk
like
to
about the
David
match
about
if
the
you watched
match.
What?
I didn't really talk to anyone about the match.
Oh.
So yeah. Oh, after that boring match, some country music movie was advertised with what?
I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, there was it was like Willie Nelson and Shawn Michaels. It was weird. I'm not gonna buy it. Talking Smack returns, but I did not watch it because no one else watched Talking Smack either. Well, at least I didn't.
That match.
So yeah, it's time to review the main event. Something I actually watched and it was confusing because I know there were 4 doors, but
You didn't watch Rusev and John Cena.
I started watching after Cena won. I saw like the victory shot. That's the first thing I saw.
It was kind of stupid. Like everyone knew that John Cena was gonna win. It's like,
Yeah.
give us Rusev some wins, because John Cena, he's gonna be around. He can go to Raw and do whatever.
Yeah. Why is Cena a free agent? He's not even on Raw.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now it's time for the main event. It used to have a
Oh, you didn't care for the women's?
No. There used to be a saying, the Young Bucks are under the ring, and now I guess the new saying is, the Bollywood Boys are under the ring. Or the Singh Brothers, I should say.
And, we have Shane, like, one of those brothers is Shane McMahon's illegitimate son.
How?
What do you mean, how?
How is it an illegitimate son? I don't get it.
You didn't see the table spot?
Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like I'm with most of the people that the first half of the match was boring until they brought in the weapons. It was a lot of I've seen like a lot of reviews, and one review was saying like it's just like ladder matches. Like the people take so long to climb the cage, and they're like grabbing each other's legs to stop them climbing, and it's resets like that.
Yeah, I knew there was like 4 doors, so there's plenty of chances to get out. But why didn't each wrestler get a chance to open the door? Like, what if some person is in there with like, I don't know, Big Show, who can't climb, and then just says open all 4 doors, and then they shut, so he can just win. Why doesn't each wrestler get a door open for each door?
Because they need the match to be believable. Like, they can get out.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I mentioned this earlier, I think, but the Bollywood Boys did, I think, all the talking during the video package because Jinder Mahal is so bad at promos. Do you agree with this?
I disagree.
Okay, but did you notice Bollywood Boys did
He
at
cut
least...
a cake promo on Talking Smack.
Well, do you agree that the Bollywood Boys, or did you realize that Bollywood Boys did, like, at least 90% of the talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are his insurance and stuff. Like, they make
JJ
sure he's
Security.
the champ. Yeah, basically. Basically making the U.S. title the main event instead of world title.
Yeah. I am not one to get offended easily, but the music they played as both cages lowered over the Punjabi prison, I thought was very offensive. Once again, if I say it's offensive...
What did they play?
It was this weird music, snake charmer thing, where you thought that Jinder Mahal was going to start playing a flute and charm a snake. So, if I say it's offensive, you know it's pretty bad. If I say something's offensive, then it's pretty bad.
They thought it was appropriate.
I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Like, anyway,
J. Stuck in my head. I hate it. Why?
I know, right? JBL said some people get eclipsed by the WWE title, but some grow into it, and Jinder has grown into it. Which I did not agree. I believe Jinder Mahal is being eclipsed by the WWE title, and it is very apparent by his lack of reaction and how no one cares anymore. The meme's dead, you guys. If you like Jinder Mahal, the meme's dead. It's time for him to just lose already, please.
I feel you on that, but I don't want it to be Randy Orton or John Cena.
Don't.
I'm sorry. We need more new people to be like. We don't need all these other guys like, oh, I'm gonna be a 18-time or 17-time or 15-time champion. We know that you're special and you can win belts. But give some new people some time to shine.
Yes. I very much agree with you on that.
If I was going to have someone take the belt off of Jinder, I would have that be Rusev. Honestly, I would have it exactly as it would be written out on paper. A squash match. Like, he can try to have his insurance interfere, but Rusev just destroys. Like, rebuild Rusev back up to the monster he was when he debuted.
Yeah.
Okay, you got anything more to add?
Not really, except for the Great Khali came back, and it's kind of cool. He looks more mobile than he did back in 2014. What?
I'm sorry.
No, what is it?
I had to laugh when Great Khali came back.
Yeah. I didn't understand it, and I'm not mad at it. He looks more mobile than he did back in 2014. He doesn't look like he's going to fall apart with each step he takes. And somehow he looks younger. I mean, he still looks disproportionate to his own body, but, you know, it kind of works. Alright, so, that was our Darryl the Cat Memorial Show Battleground Review. Hopefully, we will come at you at the end of the G1 Climax with our little review. So, that's all. Thank you for watching the inaugural episode, or listening to the inaugural episode of the Right About Wrestling podcast, where we are right about wrestling. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tell your friends about us, because we have great opinions, and if you disagree with us, you're stupid. Goodbye.